Alright, we're live on YouTube and Twitch. Hey guys, welcome to a new live stream. This is your Seiji. This is Seiji. And I am just gonna be chilling today. We're gonna do some work. I'm gonna eat my breakfast. You don't really wanna see, but it's chia seeds, oats, got a brownie in there. I'll need some more milk. Okay. I'm just gonna be working. I'll keep an eye on chat. I'll see what I can do, but right now it's just purely focus time. Who even is this dude? Who am I? Okay, does that sound better? Who am I? What authority do I have? Honestly, not much. I'm just a guy. Just a guy who's trying his best, and sometimes I'm arrogant. Oh, if everyone just lives this way, they can be happier. In this way, high noon, or just like having some kind of like central focus. But it gets really hard, Life is just, it gets really tough, and it's really hard to be nice and loving and really like feel love when things are just not a good time. So you gotta just, anyway, I gotta change that kind of. Sometimes I can get pretty arrogant about that, thinking, oh, people just live like me, talk like me. No, not talk like I don't think people can benefit from that. Mm. Okay, I have a list of stuff I need to do, and so um, let's okay cross some things off because I did some of these last night, and okay, so some of these things are just meetings. Let's see, story work. You guys heard of story work before? Story work is such an amazing experience. Story work goes on, staff meeting. Yep. Ended up not going to that, but that is okay. I let them know. Okay, I need to send a bunch of emails, and I need to sort people into groups for this cycle of core. So if you don't like your group, or if you love your group, you can blame me. Actually, blame God, because God, God has his ways of working. And some maybe there's some influence that needs to happen, and if you believe it, it'll be true. Okay. So I just kind of need to like look. I just need to look. Yeah. So this doesn't work. Um. Yeah. Oh, it's not good. That's not good. Why is that still failing? Oh no. Gosh. Um, Airtel has permission to use configured Gmail and then revoked. Am I in this to? CC and then it's pretty quiet, huh? Let's talk. Am I out of focus? That's actually kind of annoying. Hold on one second. 1 second. Take a little bit, right? That's in focus, but not me. Okay, there we go. That was weird. We had a problem with an automation. Yeah, I anyone changes our passwords every year. I'm the type of person like I need to get stuff done right away. If I don't get something done right away, I either need to like plan it really clearly so I don't forget. Because in the case I do forget, it's like I can easily get reminded. But if I don't do it right away, if I don't do something right away, I'm so easy to forget, and it's caused a few problems in the past. Uh, so anyway, that's what it is. Yep. Okay. Okay. To David Hughes from reply to Araceli, your group is ready to start. Good. Good. Mentor notification. Yeah, we have. Anyway, it's been a big problem. It's been a problem because some of these emails are not the result. Run is configured. Generate a preview. Please test. Okay. Ah. Okay. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. I think it's looking good. I just don't like. I just don't know. I don't have to worry about other programs right now. 1 month complete. Let's figure this out. Program admin, congratulations. You finished a month. Good. Tenant preview. Anthony. Oh, I know this guy. I probably shouldn't say names, but first names are. There's a lot of Anthony's out there. Too late. Sorry, man. Shouldn't say names. 50's the 50 make things thicker. Mm. Oh. 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 Oh no. Cycle quarter timeline. I remember the name. Okay. All right. Let's see. So January 26th and April 19th. So what is it? January 6th. March 9. All right, at schedule time. So I have to just do the midweek, mid quarter. So on today? Nope, not today. March 8th at 8 p.m. Okay, update. Yeah. You made it to the midway. Well done. Okay. Good. Month 1 complete. Is this? Gosh. January 26th. So this would be February 26th. It's not a leap year. 26th, 23rd, March 1st. Okay. At 7 p.m. Update. Oh, JST. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. Be the morning in the US and Europe. Yeah, midday. Okay, and then final month, April. April a little bit before April 19th. So March 19th. March 19th. And then the week before, 15. Okay. Last month. Boom. Just trigger. Done. Final gosh. There's a lot of updates, man. There's a lot of I'm glad I April 19th. Boom boom. Okay. Update. Okay, mentor call needs update. And so this is a form is submitted. Jen send an email to Andy. Okay. So it's confirmation, mentor notification. Okay. Ooh, glad I found that. That would have been a little bit of a problem. But we haven't surpassed our first month yet. Drew, we're done. Mm. It's good. Okay, I'm gonna take a break from this because I am lost on what I want to do. So there's this video I wanted to react to. I'll just make a video out of this. So let's just get it right into it, shall we? How is someone like XQC so popular? I don't get it. It's just maybe it's funny. It's just a funny Kimi no Se. What am I trying to do? It's here. Okay. So all right. So big topic recently in just working with high schoolers, working with people who are getting ready for the matching blessing, people just growing up in the church and not knowing, never really being taught how to interact with the opposite sex, opposite gender. Okay. And what's really interesting about this is because like everyone has their own opinion, and it can get really confusing. So when I came across this video, I wanted to just watch it with you, and then let's just kind of talk about it for a second. Okay, that's good. All right, let's play it.
So here's the problem with having female friends is that if you have a female friend, the likelihood that a man develops romantic feelings for female friends is very high. So this is another huge
Very
issue
high.
that we have as men. So I just saw an interesting study that came out that Takotsubo cardiomyopathy is twice as likely or more in men than women. And this is like dying of a broken heart is something called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. There's a lot of studies that show that literally like the blood pressure changes, the cortisol changes, the inflammation changes in men are far greater than women after a breakup. 69% of divorces are initiated by women. People may think that means 31% are initiated by men. That's not true. 15% of divorces are initiated by men. 15% of divorces are mutual. So here's the key problem.
I wonder why he mentioned that. I think it's just like who initiates the divorce, because the men tend to be more attached. But I mean, there's just too many situations where, right, like they're unhappy in their marriage, but they're still sticking with it. Anyway, that's not the point. This is the point.
Is that with men, when we form an emotional bond with someone, we equate that to romance. We are not regularly forming emotional bonds without romantic or sexual connections, unless they are parts of our nuclear family. So then what happens is we don't know that like you don't have to get the combo meal. You can order just the fries and just the drink without having the hamburger. We don't know how to do that. We've been ordering combo meals our whole life, and the second that you give me fries and a drink, I'm expecting that hamburger. So here's the
okay. So this is where it gets a little confusing, because he doesn't really talk about like how to handle it. It's just like what happens usually in a relationship between a brother and a sister, and someone catches feelings. Usually it's the guy. And it's tends to be because like kind of interactions we have with sisters is, what's the word? Romanticized. It's skewed. It's a little bit perverted, right? When it comes like perverted, like it's become perverted, like we've been influenced, right? You need to think about the median age, the average age of when a kid discovers porn. It's around age 11. And that's a pretty formative period and time in someone's life. And so when that is like, a heavy sexualized experience, it's shameful. You can't talk to anybody about it and you don't go to anyone about it. And then it just kind of influences the way you think about relationships, doesn't it? So when you go into this kind of relationship where you want things to be platonic, or you want to have a platonic relationship with a sister, just be chill with some girls, but you find yourself being attracted, just kind of bada bing, bada boom. It just, where are these feelings coming from? Just know that it's probably because it's been influenced your entire life and you haven't been able to really talk about it. And on the flip side, it's really hard because like when you catch feelings, you can't just be like, just super chill about it. Oh yeah, I caught feelings, but I'm not going to do anything about it. So no need to worry. Like usually the relationship changes a little bit. And this is not just boys, right? This is also girls too. And right, maybe for different reasons, similar reasons, whatever reasons. But what the important thing here to understand, I feel, is that like when what to take away from this video, because it's hard to disagree with Dr. K. It's hard to disagree with Dr. K. You can't really say anything. I say, yeah, this is what happens. This is what they found in studies. But what he doesn't talk about is like, okay, what to do. And that's a little bit of a problem. So high noon, I mean, honestly, it's just fixing your sexual integrity little by little. And like having a platonic friendship, it's like it's great, but eventually like the kind of dangers of that is just sometimes people catch feelings, right? But it's what to do with these feelings and what to do with this person when you do handle these, when you do these feelings. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, so the whole point of this is to understand, right, what we can do with our crushes, or what we can do with the attraction that we find ourselves feeling when we're inside of a platonic relationship, that we want a platonic relationship, but these feelings are getting in the way, or it just becomes difficult or scary because we've been educated all our life to remain pure and to keep our purity and stay away from the opposite gender, just because. Yeah, and then we raise kids who are super awkward around people in general, especially the opposite gender, and then it becomes just even harder to get people to get blessed. So the whole idea behind like building relationships, building friendships is honestly just handling the crushes well. Like that is a normal thing, right? It's not a normal, it's natural. It's normal, but it's natural. I think one level deeper than normal is natural to feel attracted in some way to people. But what we have to do with this attraction, that's what's important to understand. Because if we just let these feelings fester, if we keep them hidden, if we don't share them with anybody in like a productive way, then they just kind of build and becomes really overwhelming. But if you find somebody, you can just share like, I have these feelings for this person, and like for example, you can share with a mentor, share with some kind of accountability partner, a peer, but just like someone a little bit more knowledgeable and wiser than you. But the whole idea is you have this person to share with, a mentor, let's say. You're like, hey, I have this feelings for this girl, and it's really hard because I I want to be friends with her, but it's kind of getting distracting, and I'm not gonna go out and confess to her because I don't want our relationship to change. I don't want things to get awkward, right? You say stuff like that. It's really honest. It's really honest, right? It takes a huge amount of courage. But then the response that you get. So this is a response I give whenever somebody comes to me. I say, where do you think this attraction is coming from? Like, what is this attraction? First of all, what is this attraction doing for you? Like, is it helping you cope in some way? Just because it feels really good to be attracted to somebody, right? And some people kind of jump attraction to just find some new crush to have. And it does something, right? It does some sort of like, it makes things exciting in some way. That's one aspect. But there's also, what can you learn from this crush? What is it about this person or about your observations from this person that you find attractive? And then it goes into a whole realm of like, actually, like there's many things that it reminds me of, like being taken care of by my mom, or like certain things that you feel really special about, right? Or she feels some sort of like void in my heart. And is it anybody that can fill this void? It's just kind of like one crush to another. Is it something that's particular? And we kind of take a deep dive on this, this whole like attraction situation. And what I think is very beneficial from that is just it's really cool because you get to learn more about yourself. Okay, I can roll with that. That's a good video. I made my video. Go. Yeah. I anyway, YouTube. YouTube's good. Um yeah, the important thing is you don't just sit and watch these videos all the time. It's funny. Dr. K just posted a video about watching too many videos. And stop watching videos and actually make action. Actually, you should make action, right? People are just watching more and more YouTube. They're using AI, but they're not actually fixing problems. They're not doing the effort that's required in order to change their life. And so it becomes just a really, um, I never up. Oh, I hope that was okay. Whatever. Um, yeah, it just it requires action. I think the best action you can take is just getting in touch with someone and talking about it. I have a mentor or not mentor. I have a mentee who's actually really struggling with like feeling like productive in his life, especially when we're messaging every day. He's checking in with me every day, just not telling me how he's doing, but it's more for his own reflection. And I mean, that's what checking in is, right? It's for the purpose of growing your own reflection, growing your own ability to look deeper inside your emotional state, your well-being, and just right. And then just having someone be accountable. And this brother, he's really struggling with like feeling kind of productive just doing these messages, right? But I had a counter to that. I said, okay, well, actually, like if you look back through your messages, you'll see you've been growing your awareness little by little, right? Like your reports are getting a lot deeper in some sense. Number two is the fact that he's actually starting to make effort in other parts of his life based on just how, like, based on the reflection that he's giving. It's like to be more aligned tomorrow, to be more fulfilled tomorrow. This is what I want to do. This is what I wish I did today, but today's already gone. So now, tomorrow, what am I going to do right now? Can I, and then it's starting to implement these changes in his life little by little. And the thing is that change takes time. It takes effort. So there's not gonna be an immediate change. And I think that's where like videos can get really confusing, because videos are a lot of information, and kind of taking in that much information at once becomes almost, it feels like a certain shortcut to some sort of change or growth. But the thing is, it doesn't really lead to any of that. Because what is required for change to happen is change, is some sort of momentum. And videos can maybe help with that sometimes, but rarely. What really comes from change, or what really makes change, is action and just practicing in habits, implementing good, better habits. So if you find yourself stuck, just make one change, and find that progress is like little by little. It's not an immediate thing. It's really a lifestyle thing. And I think we know this, but like, yeah, I mean, stick with a habit for 30 days, just one habit. And like, that is how change will happen. But this has nothing to do with the video anymore. So I'm just yeah. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay. So that is that. Yeah. I'm just gonna play that music again. I like that. So one problem, it's just a little hiccup. I don't think it's a big problem, but just to give you a little insider scoop. So with making these program groups, some of the participants are quite a bit older than the group size. Radiant. Why is this Radiant group size? Eh? But yeah, some of these facilitators are way younger than. It's not a big deal. Actually, it's not that big a deal at all because facilitators aren't necessarily asked to be in a way higher got it. In a way higher position. But what is a little bit nice to have is like similar age. And so, yeah. Anyway. Right, anyway, that's a little frustrating. I don't know why that's... I'm just gonna fix that right away. Core. Look up. Cancel. Okay. 6 p.m. Wednesdays. This song makes me so happy. I don't know what it is. Anastasia. Look at this. I gotta cut my nails. It's not that bad. Okay, it's not that bad. But it's a little bit annoying. That's nasty. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Goodbye. Hey, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing good. Oh, man. Can it be? Hmm. 24. Oh no. Facility and Ugh. You I know you're asked to facilitate groups like on, and I saw that you. Did I say her name? No. I don't think I did. Actually, I work so much better with paper. Leo and Jacob. Ugh. Leo and Jacob. They're full. Their groups are full. Shout out to them. Ooh. 18. Actually, I didn't confirm his group. That'd be nice. Robert. Mr. Robert. I'm saying too many names. Oh, shoot. First names, I feel like is okay, but I should just be careful. Okay, copy and paste this email. There you go. Okay. We have a lot of boys groups, men's groups, men. We're talking about boys are boys until they're 40. 40-year-old boy. I think that's. Isn't that like a Fairly Odd Parents thing? How old is Timmy Turner. In season 8, a secret wish is revealed that Timmy wished he would never age 50 years prior to the events of the show. This explains why Timmy stayed 10 years old for 10 seasons in 16 years. I like all these. Oh my gosh. Timmy Tiberius Turner is Timmy, being aged 50 years due to a secret wish being found out by the Fairy Council. Gosh. Television movie Timmy's Secret Wish. Timmy Turner, along with the rest of Dimmsdale, is aged 50 years quickly by Father Time, orders of the Fairy Council. This was because he had learned Timmy had wished secretly to stay 10 years old 50 years ago. Despite their intent to correct things, the Council's actions actually had a disastrous effect on Dimmsdale. As technology has also progressed 50 years, everyone was too old, ignorant, and infirm to use correcting, which ends up disastrous. Timmy seemed to vaguely recall his fairy, and after meeting with Denzel Crocker, the only person visibly unaffected by the aging due to his previous trauma. Dude, some of this lore goes so deep. The secret origin of Denzel Crocker. The 11th episode of season 3. This episode is the origin story telling how Mr. Clueless, his fairies, became a villainous fairy hunter. Wait, I feel like I've seen this before, but this is long. Every March 15th, Denzel Crocker reaches new heights in terror. Timmy has had enough and goes back in time to discover that it's the date Crocker lost his fairies when he was a kid. And were those fairies? Cosmo and Wanda. Outside Dimmsdale Elementary School on the playground, Chester and AJ, teacher tottering Timmy, runs over to them in a panic, telling them it's much fun. Chester dons a military garb and announces this on a loudspeaker, causing all the kids in the school to scatter. Tad and Chad blast off with rocket pads, while Sanjay hides in the tree. Timmy jumps into the bush near the tree while Cosmo and Wanda appear nearby, disguised as squirrels. They ponder what March 15 means. Cosmo believes it's Be Kind to Squirrels Day, but Timmy tells him that every kid knows that March 15th is when Mr. Crocker's meanest. Cosmo and Wanda duck behind the tree when AJ appears with a tracking device, in which he inserts a piece of Mr. Crocker's hair. Timmy grabs. This is some crazy technology. I just realized, like, it's all fun and games, but reading about it, it's like, oh wow, that's pretty crazy. Timmy grabs a tracking device and sees from the radar detector that Mr. Crocker's approaching fast. At that moment, a beat-up black van with license plate fairies comes to a screeching halt in the school parking lot. Out steps Mr. Crocker, dropping a number of weapons and box at his feet. AJ screams for everyone to run of the U.S. education system and all from school. Wanda stays behind Cosmo, who refuses to move until he gets his nuts. Cosmo stepped on and flattened by Mr. Crocker as he marches toward the school. Inside Mr. Crocker's class, students are here, screams at the students to put their heads down and place a magnet under Chester's desk. The magnetic attraction to his braces causes Chester's teeth to go through the desk. Crocker enters AJ and asks him if a tree falls in the forest, but no one is around to hear it, doesn't make a sound, causing AJ to break down because he cannot give an answer. Crocker turns to Timmy, and because Timmy is not smart enough for a rhetorical question, and his teeth are not as bad enough for a magnet, Crocker puts a dumb stick on Timmy and makes him sit on a stool surrounded by rabid dogs. Timmy asks Crocker why he's doing this to them, which Crocker responds with questions of his own. Why is he still a miserable school teacher, and why doesn't his tracking device ever find a fairy country? AJ starts to explain Crocker's tracking device was an egg beater, not a DNA sampler. Before he could explain the rest, Crocker responds with another question. What is the sound of one hand clapping, causing half of AJ's head to flap? Crocker hollers, final question. Why the things he wished for did not become reality in Timmy's face, before leaving the classroom and slamming the door. Oh my goodness. Why is this so fun? Timmy looks at the rabid dogs surrounding him and his miserable friends and discusses with his world-sized disguised fairies nearby and does so on why Crocker is so mean. Timmy wants to find out. He needs a way to get rid of the dogs first. Timmy tests them to chase Cosmo and Wanda. Timmy steps out of Crocker's classroom and makes his way to Crocker's house. Cosmo and Wanda poof themselves up trash cans. Timmy hides behind them as Crocker scooches up the driveway in his van. While Crocker stumbles out of his van into his house, Timmy decides to get a better look. Mutters about his stupid 2-bit room, fan, and life. His mother comes in his room saying she makes his favorite stupid 2-bit dessert, a cake with happy marshmallows written on it. Crocker roars and angered his mom, tells him she's trying to cheer him up and go back to the happy boy he used to be. Crocker tells that he cannot even remember a time in his life when he was happy. Slaps. Oh my god. Timmy watches them. Oh, you're just watching me read. Let's see. Inside the house, Crocker wipes out his face, but slips more of it. Decides to go back in time to learn more what happened. Crocker made him so mean. Changed it. Cosmo pointed out that this would be helping his worst enemy, to which Timmy replies that wouldn't be that anymore if he was fixed like that and would stop tormenting him. And Timmy wishes up the time scooter and also takes AJ's Crocker tracker with him so he can easily find him. Timmy hops into the time scooter and the time scooter for 10 years. Timmy travels back to 1992 and arrives right outside his home, just as if it was first being purchased by Mr. and Mrs. Turner. Wanda notes that Mrs. Turner is pregnant with Timmy. Mrs. Turner opens up a moving truck filled with girls' toys and a pink girl's hat and says that they would be crushed if their child was being turned out to be a boy. If she's that pregnant, they should have. What, Crocker's like 23 or something, huh? I always thought he was like a super old as a hunchback, but 20, no more than 22, 23. He goes back 10 years old. 10 years. This is so dumb. I'm so distracted. Okay. He'd be crushed if their child was a boy. Sucks to me. As Mr. Turner tosses away the for sale sign outside his home, it lands in the yard next door. Mr. and Miss Dingleberg pull up at the home in a shiny sports car, remarking that the home is perfect for them because it is nicer and less expensive than the Turner's house. Mr. Turner sees this and growls Dingleberg's name in anger. While Timmy is watching all this, Crocker's black van speeds by him. Timmy wishes up spy goggles, sees them to eavesdrop on Crocker. During his insane ranting, Crocker gets into a car accident with Geraldine Wando Pax. She is now his boss at elementary school. She asks Crocker how he expects to pay for the car accident. He replies that he'll be able to fix it soon, as he's very for laughing crazily and bouncing into his foot. Okay, he has to go further back. So, back to 1982. Back to 1992, another 10 years. Okay, so at least 30 now. Crocker. At Dimsdale University, moments after a familiar looking DeLorean leaves the same spot. He notes that the entire decade is a fashion disaster. He sticks out like a sore thumb with his normal clothes, with Cosmo proof up in stylish 1980s clothes. They would blend in nearby a young Geraldine Waxel plaque. Questions a young adult Crocker on why Dimsdale University seems to be a buzz with big news to be announced in the auditorium. Crocker tells her he is finally ready to share his discovery with the world, so he's still very obsessed. Mr. Turner spots his future wife with Sheldon Dickelberg and growls at her. Also inside the auditorium are scientists and military men carrying the check, anticipating Crocker. Ubedja is also on the scene. Taller than normal, he tries this bulky cell phone radiation from his usual footlight. Not trying to rush. Let's put in. It's nearly proof that Florida mining company for monitoring should be placed on every child so their stories could be captured. Audience laughs. Mr. Crocker office to Gerald died. She realizes she was in love with a psychotic moron. The scientists in general refuse to give their checks. Crocker instead noticed Dinkelberg's parachute pants and decided to invest in those. He was rich and immediately dumps Miss Turner. She cries for a moment before Mr. Turner comes over and mop up their tears and they meet love. Timmy overhears Mr. Crocker remark that today was the second day of his life. And decides to go back in time further. Another 10 years. Now he's at least 40. Jeez. Timmy arrives March 14th, 1972, and everything around him is super colorful and funky, and says that they will need 1970s clothes. With smiley face, here's an pink shirt. That'll do all the way. Okay, immediately from the bed. Next morning, Okay. I'm gonna end stream here. It's just, what do I do? What do I talk about? Do I just play game? Why do I just play game? I'm too busy for that. Oh my god. Rage games are easily the most fun thing. I recently bought another game where I can just live stream that. Okay. Peace out.